Unanimous support, nice.
What is that? Peak mechanic OP? What? Hello children. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about peaking. And to break it down for you guys, first of all, I want to outline the 3 kinds of peaking that I use in BF4. And I'm going to show you them right now really quickly. Now the first one that I use is the simple half cover peak. So you've got half cover here, covers half of your body. What you're going to do is you're just going to crouch behind it like that. Easy. So if there's someone over there, shoot, 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 and crouch to cover. And obviously you don't want to be a derp and just stand there and reload like this. You want to come down here so that when you shoot, 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 you cover your reload and then back up and shoot. Okay. The next kind of peak that I wanted to talk about is the ADS peak. So there's a corner here, right here in front of me, and I'm just going to ADS and walk around the corner looking for targets. Okay, so peek, 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 see a target, back in after killing. Okay, and the last one is the new mechanic in BF4. That's the assisted peek, and you'll notice that the guy's gun will move to the side like this, goes at an angle, and what's going to happen is when I ADS, it sticks out like that. Okay, so those are the 3 peaks, and let's get cracking. So I'm going to talk in a bit of detail about the first kind of peak. And that's going to be the half cover peak, which I mentioned before. So the half cover peak is quite simple. So you're just using cover to either lose your target or make it harder for them to hit you. Now remember, the idea is that you only want them to see your head, or at most your upper body and your head. And so the half cover peak is useful at all ranges. Now you can use the assisted peak, and you'll notice his gun tilts up, my player's gun tilts up, and then if I ADS, I'll peek over like that. But it's important to determine when you want to use each peak. So for me, I personally dislike this ADS peak. The assisted peak is, for me, only good at long range. Because if you imagine there's some guy where the spin is, right here. If I'm using the assisted peak, I peek over, oh, I'm not even looking at him. If I'm looking at him here, so he's right behind the wall there, still looking over him. And that's also going to expose the upper half of my body, where I might only want to expose my head in order to be able to see him. So if I look here, see, I can just see him, and he can probably only just see my head. I'm going to shoot, duck, reload, come back up, finish the job if I've missed. Now the other thing is that if you use this, not only does it expose you, but it might also be hard to keep track. Like, you can move around, but if they're close and you need to be maneuverable, bang, 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 it's moved over this side like that. Okay, so it's important to make sure that you are mobile, especially in close quarters. Same thing applies for the second kind of peak. Now, the simple ADS peak, where you're cornering like this, is probably my favorite, because when you come around a corner, not only do you expose less of your body, and you're faster to react because you've also ADS before you've gone around the corner, but if you see multiple targets, so imagine I come here, I see those 2 Doritos over there. If I see one of them first, I can shoot him and go back into cover straight away. Now, the third peak, if I did that, I'm going to come around here. Okay, I shoot him, but it's not as easy to peek back like that, because then I lose my ADS peak the next time I go and try and attack the second guy. So, again, I would say the third peak, good for long range, because your crosshair is near where you want it to be, as you can see here. Near there, not exactly there. But at close range, it's exposing a lot of my body to peek around the corner, whereas this is much more maneuverable, and I don't have to expose quite as much of my body. So then you might want to ask, why would I want to use the ADS peak at all, or the assisted peek at all, I should say. At long range, it exposes less of your body because you don't have your legs sticking out. And that's especially good if you know exactly where the enemy is and they don't know where you are. So if you're defending a corner, or camping a corner as you might like to call it, then you're going to be much better off using the assisted peek. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps get my video out there, and I hope that a lot more people will be able to benefit from some of my tips and tricks and the things that I've learned along my bear 4 journey. See you later.